के legal vlogs. So friends, in this vlog I am going to share with you 13 important points as to how to prepare and study for the judiciary exams. So friends, if you are newer viewer on my channel and have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe my channel and also click the bell icon so that all the future updates will be available to you from time to time. So without wasting time, let's see what are the 13 ways to start preparing for judiciary exams in the best possible ways. So the first point that is to be considered is the select the state you wish to appear for. That means the exam pattern of the judiciary exams for each state differs slightly from one another. Therefore, the first thing to do when you prepare for the PCSJ exams is to select the states you wish to appear for. Once you do that, you can accordingly start studying for it. Second is see the question paper of previous years. There is a solid reason why you should go to through the previous 10 years papers of the state judiciary exams. When you go through the old papers, but don't worry about answers now. You have to only see what type of the questions had been asked early examinations. You get an estimate as to how that particular state frames the questions. This is a very important as you start to develop an idea what to expect and what kind of questions to prepare for. Third is read bare acts several times. Bare acts are the primary source of the almost all law questions asked in the state judiciary exams. Bare acts are the backbone of law, and every multiple choice questions, short answer questions and long answer questions have their root from the very bare acts. They are helpful even when you write detailed answers, and if you have a good command over bare acts, you can mention sections, references and more these acts in your subjective answer. And for the best PCSJ preparation, go through bare acts as many times as you can, and there is no cap. Make a habit of reading and revising them every day. Fourth point is in bare acts, focus on may and shall, because there is a very minor difference in both of them and generally create confusions in the examinations for the interpretation of the examiner. While reading bare acts, focus particularly on places where the use of may and shall make the difference. This is very confusing, but if you read it a few times, you will emerge victoriously. Once you crack the difference between may and shall, you will not forget it ever. For example, in section 164(1) of CRPC, proviso says that confession may also be recorded by the audio video electronic means in the presence of the accused's advocate. Here, examiner can confuse you by using shall in place of may. So the fifth point is know where to give less times. Bare acts and other laws are very vast and explore, but there are some portions of all acts which are not asked frequently. For example, that means to say complete bare act is not to be required to be studied. For example, that is very difficult to remember all the complete bare acts. Here contain only important sections. For example, chapter 7, 9a, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19 of the IPC are not asked profoundly. And even if asked, the questions are heading based, which do not require in-depth knowledge of these. So all you need to is to go through the headings and titles of these sections. This will save your time, energy, and you will be able to focus more on essential chapter. Sixth point is understand where to focus more. Use the resource at your disposal. Talk to your seniors, discuss with your friends, ask your teachers and make a list of important sections and chapters of the bare acts. Once you do that, you should allot your maximum time on these. Seventh point is go through landmark judgments. Before you appear for a law exam, you must be clear about all the landmark judgments and latest case laws of the last 2 years. They are also very crucial for the current affairs section. When you write subjective answers and mention facts or statements about recent cases and judgments, the copy checker would form an opinion that the student is well updated with the latest cases, and he might mark you very generously. Eighth point is do not burden yourself with fat references books. That is to say, yes, I am preparing it, I am repeating it. Kindly don't read reference books at this stage when you are preparing for preliminary. Now you may ask what reference books are. For example, Indian Polity by M. Lakshmikant or books by J. N. Pandey are considered to be some of the best books for the Indian Constitution. But at the pre-stage, these are not required because these are helpful only for the mains examination or interviews. So, are these reference books useless? No, I am not saying that. They are not useless, but just that if you are in the initial stage, if you are appearing for pre-exams, you should first read the actual bare acts. These books are for the later stage, like for the mains or for the interview. However, if you have a doubt about any topic, you can certainly refer to these books for clarification. Just make sure not to indulge too much in these books, else you will not be able to thoroughly finish the bare acts of all the subjects which are being asked in the examination. Ninth point is make synopsis of all topics. Don't read long answers for revision. Make a synopsis of all topics while reading so that on the day to day when you wish to go through any topic, you can revise it one glimpse. Make bullet points, number it like 1, 2, 3, 4 or ABCD. 10th point is use charts, diagrams or pictorial representations for best representation. While preparing for judiciary exams, make ample use of charts, diagrams and graphs etc. in your rough notebook. Use these to practice several times. Pictorial representations helps you remember better. Also, when you revise a chart multiple times, its image is imprinted in your mind, in your brain. So when you are sitting in the exam hall, these charts instantly come to your mind. 11th point is speak orally what you studied. Normally, we don't do these type of activities, and at the end of the day, speak to yourself about whatever you studied today. It does not have to be loud, but it should be audible, at least to you. Once you do that, you will remember it better. Do not hum, speak what be studied. If something needs counting on your fingertips, do that. Do not be shy about it. If there is a mirror around, look at it and then vocally revise. Your hard work of the day should be such that in the evening or at night, you are not ashamed or hesitant to look in the mirror and say, yes, I studied this much today. 12th point is do not panic and get disheartened. Always remember, any single exam is not the end of the road. This world has many doors. The legal field has many opportunities. You might have seen the books and PDFs and wondered how I am going to remember all that. You are not alone. Almost everyone feels this initially, and I am personally saying I also felt sometimes initially because I have also appeared in various judiciary exams like UP, Himachal, Delhi. So I have also felt like this. Now what is important is to how to start. It does not matter how fast you go, and what matters is the direction. Suppose your mother asks you to bring curd from the market. The dairy shop is on the east side of the market, and what is sensible here? Racing your bike on the west side and reaching there in 5 minutes, or walking slowly and reaching the east side of the market in 20 minutes. These are the two aspects. Which one is to choose depends on you. So take your time. Keep all bare acts aside except 2 or at maximum 3. Start the first chapter when you get bored. Read the other bare acts. Don't think about the rest dozen acts. In the beginning, at a time, focus on a maximum of 2 or 3 bare acts only. Now the last important which I am going to suggest is revise every day. Let me give you the market example again. It is a Sunday and you go to local vegetable market with a slightly torn jute bag. You buy potatoes from one place, put them inside your bag and move to the next shop to buy onions. While you were going there, a few potatoes fell off. You did not notice and pick them up. You buy onions, put them in the bag and walk to buy tomatoes. Onions too fall off and you fail to pick them. They also increase the size of the hole in the bag. This keeps happening at the end of your shopping. Will you have anything relevant in your possession? Definitely no. Now imagine the market as all whole of our syllabus and different shops as different bare acts. The torn bag is your mind. You fill it but things slip. It's natural. This is how the human brain works. You fail only when you do not stop, go back and pick up the fallen information. Going back and revising what you learned the previous day and the week before and the month before is called the revision. Do not rush to learn 20 new things in a day. Learn just 5 things every day, but revise the 15 old stuffs you read before. So friend, these are the few tips which I thought must share with you, as I have personally heard and thought about these points. So this is my personal, not my, I'm giving any professional advice or any kind of information. This is my personal view which I am going to share with you. So friends, I hope you like this video, and if you like it, please click on the subscribe icon and to get any future updates from time to time. Thanks for watching this vlog.